So, one of the questions I think we did a good job already answering is home loans and financing in 2022. And I think it really comes down to the individual bank that you work with. So, as we just went over, there are two types of loans that banks make. Ones that they're going to resell after they originate the loan. Generally, most times that's sold to Fannie or Freddie. So, there is a stringent set of criteria that these banks have to meet. And banks that resell those loans all across the country have to follow the same guidelines. So, one of the first things that you should do if you're looking for financing from a bank is figure out if they offer products only to resell to Fannie Freddie, or are they going to hold some in their portfolio? If they're going to hold some in their portfolio, like what are their criteria that they look for in order to, hold that locally rather than reselling it? And you're going to get, once you cross over into the banks that are going to hold these loans in their own portfolio, then the rules and the stringent criteria kind of go out the window. And it really comes down to what that individual bank wants to do. So if you're looking for a home loan, I would, especially if it's on an investment property, I would first make that distinction, because once you know Fannie Freddie's guidelines, then you can reasonably predict all of the supporting documents, all of the income verification that the banks are going to ask you for, because it's the same criteria over and over. You call 100 different banks that are going to resell to Fannie Freddie, you're going to get the exact same speech and criteria. Now, once you cross over again to things that they're going to hold locally, you call 100 different banks and they're going to give you 100 different options of criteria. I think the easiest one that I could point to is seasoning requirements. We have some banks that we work with that have no seasoning requirements, and we have others that are as long as 18 months and everything in between. So we have lenders that we work with that we know if we haven't owned that property for 18 months, they're not interested in refinancing that for us. And then, that's pretty much what it goes to for the institutions. And then if you switch over into that private lending section, that's when the gloves really come off. And it really comes down to anything that two people can agree upon are likely permissible. So there are some state usury laws you have to be aware of, but if it's business to business, generally those don't apply. And if you find somebody that has money that they want to lend and it be secured by real estate, then you two come to an agreement and you are going to be able to find some private lending. And I think if you are interested in learning more about raising private capital or utilizing private lender funds, I think one of the best books out there that you could read is called Raising Private Capital by Matt Faircloth.
Thanks for watching that clip. I thought that was a good question. And I think you can ask good questions too. Join us every Friday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for a live stream Q&A where we answer plenty of questions just like this one. In the meantime, consider subscribing to the channel if you want more of this content. And if you want to increase your deal flow, analyze properties better, and help me feed my family, click the link below for a free 7-day trial of PropStream.